Hey, what's going on? Just hanging out at the gym, relaxing, chilling out. And I want to talk to you guys about one of the great, this feels great, one of the newest tools that we recently came acquainted with from a buddy of ours that really nobody showed us how to use it. They just mentioned it to us, and I was so intrigued that I went out and bought like 5 of them. And with this single tool, we've been able to eliminate close to 70% of the mobility work that not only just ourselves personally, that a lot of our clients have been using to eliminate just so much of the pain and discomfort that they're experiencing on a daily basis from basically from not stretching and just, you know, everybody is pretty much like this all day, but in a seated position, right? You know, we're leaning forward, we're at our kitchen table, we're working on our computer, or we're sitting on the couch on our computer on a Zoom call, or we're driving in the car. There's a million things we do throughout the day where we're just like this. And what happens is a lot of the pain and ailments and aches that we have come from being in this position too long. And, you know, it's just, if you got to lengthen out these muscles so they're not tight, right? Now, there's a lot of different stretches, but the average person doesn't stretch at all, right? Let's call a spade. But besides from that, the average person who does stretch, you're probably spending about 20 to 30 minutes of mobility work a day for a little bit of relief that is great for the hour after you do it. But then the second you do something, you almost feel like a lot of that tension comes back, and it's this constant game of you having to spend 20 to 30 minutes at a time stretching to get a little bit of relief, and now you're cutting into like your workout times or other stuff in your day. And if you don't do it, you're painful and you're miserable, right? There's very little carryover from a lot of the exercises people do. So what we're gonna show you now is one of the greatest tools we found that allowed us to eliminate 80% of all the other stuff, right? So what we're gonna do here, now, what I'm going to say is this. If you're pregnant, or if you think you might be pregnant, if you have any kind of spinal injury, if you have vertigo, if you have high blood pressure, I'd always check with your doctor first because you're going to be going back some weird angles, right? And for those of you guys who are worried about falling off this thing, you're going to fall 6 inches to the right. You're going to fall 6 inches to the left. You're not going to fucking die. You'll be fine, all right? You have a better chance of friggin' falling down the stairs than falling off this thing and getting hurt, right? But all I'm going to do is it's going to allow me to bend my spine back the other words in a controlled environment so I can start stretching out all the muscles that are tight and get some of my mobility back. Very simply, right? So first and foremost, and there's different sizes to these. If you guys want, we're going to leave a link in the bottom to show you the ones we use in case you want to go and just buy it real quick. I think they're like 20 bucks off Amazon. But all this is going to do is allow me to start putting pressure on my spine, whether it's the cervical spine, the thoracic spine, or the lumbar spine. Did I say that right? Yeah. So I'm just going to sit back and I'm going to relax. So if you think about all the muscles that are tight for so many people, you got your rib cage muscles right inside of here, your psoas, your lower abdominals. A lot of people who do a lot of abs, they wonder why they have back pains because your lower abs are so tight. You're doing like 300 crunches a day, but you're not doing anything to stretch that muscle out. Go figure, right? A lot of your chest muscles, there's just so many muscles in there that are just tight. And what happens is I little by little roll myself back into these positions where I'm just finding the spots in my spine, right? Good save. I'm finding the spots in my spine where my back is normally tight. So for me, this is the spot right here. And all I'm gonna do is literally, I'm gonna hang out here for like 30 seconds, 60 seconds, 90 seconds, whatever I can go for, right? So my body gets used to just relaxing in this position and opening up all that tightness that builds up over the course of the week, right? So I am a little off balance on this. Try to roll the right way. You can see how right here, my hips are getting so opened up right now, right? Now, there's a couple ways you can go from here. You can kind of squeeze the glutes, float the feet off, right? Typically what I'll do. And you would think it's a lot of back pressure. It's not. All my pressure is in my glutes right here. And you see how I'm getting some of that extension back that usually most people don't get during the course of the day. I can sit right inside of here, right? And all I'm doing is hanging out and relaxing. And you're gonna notice there's different parts of your spine you're gonna wanna hit because your spine is like one of the most mobile points in your body, right? And wherever you feel the most relief is where you wanna stay on and just give your body a chance to kind of relax in that position right there, right? Now, I'm gonna purposely fall to the side, ready? Oh my God, I lost my balance. That's literally the worst that's gonna happen to you right there, right? You're not gonna die. So that is your basic back bridge with a yoga wheel, all right? It doesn't look like a lot, but you'd be amazed how much that'll do for your spine. Now, a big part of it is the comfort factor for people. I'm not gonna lie, all right? Girls, when you're doing this, make sure you put your hair up because you don't wanna roll over your ponytail. I seen that happen to somebody, right? They didn't get hurt, it was just funny as shit. For me, not for her, right? But a big part of it is just gonna be you getting comfortable. And it might just be you starting right here right now, hanging out and just kind of Coming up a little bit, keeping your hands down, and then coming back into it. Lifting your hips off the ground a little bit. Like I said, a big part of it's gonna be that comfort factor. Now, should you be able to go back as far as I did? Yeah, especially since I weigh about 250 pounds, and if my tubby ass can do it, you should be able to do it too. But you just wanna get to the point where you feel comfortable physically and mentally with the exercise, right? And you go into it more deeper, and you'll notice your range of motion opens up, and it just counteracts all the sitting we're doing all day long, all right? So, like I said, I would very highly recommend you go on Amazon and you buy one of these things. They're about 20 bucks, we'll put the link below, and literally, it's one of the greatest stretching tools. Like, we've been able to cut out so much other stretching because we just get such a better stretch off this, all right? We're gonna do about 2 to 3 more videos with other exercises with these as well, but this was the first one, all right? That is your back bridge pose. I'm sure there's a better name for it in yoga. I don't know what it is, I'm not a yogi, but I do have a yoga wheel, and it's one of the best investments I made, and I very highly recommend it to you too. Guys, thanks for stopping by. Stay tuned for the next video where we use the same exact tool in 3 different ways. See you in the next one.